Hey, this is 4960 doing another Overwatch video here. So I'm gonna go over another Havana loss. So this one right here is where I reviewed the video, but I decided not to post it. Um,
Right.
it's to put it nicely. Victor didn't do so hot in this video, and I did not enjoy reviewing it. So I'm going to look over this new Havana loss that we had and see if there was any sort of change. Maybe, the first one was just a fluke. I'm gonna try to be constructive about it. I'm gonna try not to cuss. um, as you can see, it's April Fools right now. We could get these wonderful googly eyes on everyone. That's amazing. Alright. Oh, and then we're blue team. I love being blue team. Makes it so much easier to tell. Okay, so I'm playing with Vivian and myself as healers and Victor as tank. I think this is a good combo. I think Victor's best as tank and Vivian's best as healer. Well, it depends. I feel like she's still learning tank, so um she definitely has good matches. Like there was a match we had, she was diva and she really wrecked it. Um, but it's not always consistent. Whereas her support gameplay is more solidified already. So I'm gonna be looking more at my Lucio gameplay and Victor's tank gameplay because he wasn't Zarya the whole game. So let's start off by looking at myself here. Our other tank is a diva. We got a Widow up here and a Genji somewhere. Somewhere on our menu. There he is. Okay. So let's see how this goes here. They got a Ryan diva. So, um, so we have kind of the power advantage in this setup. If we're not outputting enough power, they're gonna win because Ryan, how can I put it? They have better sustainability on the payload. So we need to attack. We need to be able to kill them in order to win this fight. Honestly, we can't out sustain them, so we need to out damage them. They have Mei, who's typically very low damage, and they have Ryan, who's kind of confined it to his speed. So because divas match off, Lucio matches off. So as far as our DPS, we have more intense DPS. I mean, Hanzo's really good right now in the meta, but so that's kind of our win condition right now. We pretty much just gotta damage more. Okay, so Diva's already out of suit. That's not a good sign, man. Victor has not popped the bubble yet. He's at 0 charge. That's definitely not good. This is a pretty okay wall for me. It kind of protects them from our long range damage and lets them get closer undercover. This is good for Ryan. This is good for their comp. Lets Mei get closer without having to contest the Widow and at all at long range. I come in, stop the payload. Lucio likes walls. I'm able to kind of just get in, get out. So Mei starts freezing me. I'm kind of solo right now. I'm usually kind of able to outmaneuver. Victor backs me up with a good bubble. I kind of trust them to do these as well. I'm able to stop the payload for a little bit. That's a win. And I get Victor charge. And then I back off. Widow gets pursued. Our Diva gets her suit back, but chooses not to use it. Oh, no, right. There it is. This is really good Diva gameplay. Go for the squishies. This is principle. Where's their Ryan? Oh, he's on the payload. Yeah, he's not really doing anything this match so far. Okay. Okay, so I'm kind of touch and go on the payload right now. Victor's not. Neither of our tanks are very sustainable enough on this payload, like I mentioned. So we need a very touch and go kind of gameplay here. We need Diva to dive in every once in a while. We need me to touch the payload. We need Victor to touch the payload every once in a while. It's a very rotational gameplay style we need right now. Ryan puts pressure. I back up. Victor is way far back, dude. He's not getting Zarya value. I know I said that we need to like keep our distance and put out damage. Like keep bubbles. You need to work on your spacing, Victor. See, and then you're kind of just like walking out in the open right here. With no bubble. Like, oh shit, I went back 20 seconds. God damn it, why does it keep doing that? Usually it saves my settings for my... Anyway. There we go. Okay, so look, watch. Just use his personal bubble. He's at 55%. That's okay. He doesn't need to back up so much. His biggest threat? Probably Hanzo. Hanzo and Mei, honestly, are probably his biggest threats. And at this rank, he doesn't have to be so scared of their DPS. Like he's letting them gain ground for no punishment, and that's what I don't like here. I'm the one having to hold the payload right now. Diva doesn't go in, Victor doesn't go in, and he's not getting any damage right now.
No one can hide from my sight.
Okay, he kind of goes in. That's good. Use your bubble, dude. Use your bubble. There you go. Ooh, you got kind of punished here. Turn the corner. You need natural cover. So you kind of also seem not to. I mean, I think that was also kind of Vivian's fault right there. You should have been able to kind of sustain yourself right there. I don't know what. Because you get healed up real quick. Vivian still has you healed. Switches. Yeah, Vivian shouldn't have switched right there. That was a bad switch. And she takes way too long to switch back to you. Um, so that was part you, part Vivian. Um, I think it was a bit more on Vivian because your positioning isn't good. You,
Barriers on you. Go.
hmm, right here, you're kind of just putting yourself in there without like kind of taking. You don't. At no point do you ever take natural cover. You're always out in the open, and that puts a big strain on the healers. Um, Especially with me kind of having to hold the payload instead of you.
My sight.
You're not getting as much heal as you might want. Right here, if you would have just turned the corner, you might have been able to save yourself with Maze Wall. So you get too close and you don't take natural cover at any point. Those are your problems in that engagement.
This fight is not over. Look cover.
Zarya likes to get, like I mentioned before, she has half her health to recover herself. So you want to be taking natural cover is a really important toolkit in Zarya's positioning.
Barriers on you. Heroes never die. Get into position. I'm taking care.
Good. Um, that's okay. This is another thing in your Zarya gameplay. You never look for the other tank. Um, Zarya's not a main tank, especially if I'm not trying to be rude here, but especially at like our skill level, Zarya is not a main tank material. Um, when you respawn it, okay, so it's you and Widow versus I think minus two of them. So 2v4 with Widow really being contested right now. Um, it's okay right now to be poking, but Zarya is not really. She has a really weak poke game, and especially with characters that can trap you, like Mei and Diva has great mobility to like pursue you. This is a really risky kind of right here. Um, so I come in and try to back you up. But notice that we don't wait for Diva, or our other tank. So this already puts us at a pretty risky situation here. Um, and ends up being, 4v3, oh, 4v4 actually. Ooh, Mercy stays on you and doesn't heal me? Oh, I'm probably gonna die anyway. That's fine, I suppose. Okay, they waste two ults. There's not a ton we could do there, honestly. This is an okay loss right here. Um, Not great, but it's an okay loss. Genji doesn't get any kills. That was a waste. Vivian revives me. That was a bad It was a. It's bad because it's risky. That's a really risky revive. So Vivian dies right there, and I go down like soon after. That was a bad revive. I don't want you to take damage until you healed half your health here. This is a bad you get really lucky that Sigma or they don't push, so you're able to heal a lot of health before you start getting damage again. So that's good. You're managing really well, but you're also really extending yourself. Um,
Огонь по готовности.
you know, I'm at least happy you're busting your ult. That's good. I'm happy with that. Um, but you gotta wait for your team. Like, if we don't have someone, okay. Here's the thing about Zarya's ult, right? If you're going for the team ult, you need to make sure we have our team ready. If you're going for small ults, which I prefer honestly, like two targets, like a healer and a DPS or something like that. Those you could do more, willingly. Because those are easier to confirm the kill on. Um, but when it's this team kind of situation here and you're already low resources, this is a bad ult. Yeah, so team fights, you're gonna run into this kind of situation. This is why you need backup. And we do get a little value out of it, so it's not like a terrible ult. It's just not good. Now you're going really aggro and you use both your bubbles. As soon as you use both your bubbles, you need to be cautious. Yeah, because, yeah, stuff like that happens. Ugh, and then Vivian revives me and then we both die, I think. Or she dies for sure. I get fucking chased down by the diva and then we get wrecked. So right now I'm on the run. I'm trying to get away. I can't believe I missed that door. Okay, so you switch to Sig. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Oh yeah, you switched to Hog? Oh, I never seen you as Hog. Well, not never, but I hardly ever see you as Hog. Okay, see? Classic low tier gameplay right here. It's honestly as simple as waiting for your teammates. Like you'd be surprised how fucking effective it is. Um Look, he just runs in there. Um 1, 2. Right now it's 2 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. 2v5 with low health on one of them on our guy. And he dies by the time we get here and are able to even do anything. Our other tank dies. You do this a lot. Um, or you at least did this on the other match I reviewed here. In the same spot actually. He did pretty much the same play you did. It's pretty funny. Honestly, just because you're a tank, you can't sustain the entire team shooting at you. So I'm in retreat mode. You guys both went down, so. I want the Sigma to get out of here. course he doesn't retreat. He's an idiot. Okay, so right here, I'm pretty proud of you backing off. But then you go back in, which upsets me. And then you back off again, and then you go back in, and then you charge all the way to their fucking spawn. Like, I make mistakes too, you know, it's understandable, but I want to look at it. I want to look at it from your perspective, just so we could kind of see this. Um, as soon as you turn the corner, you pin without a target in mind, and then, of course, with such a long range pin, you're not gonna land anything. You know, it's like that's just bad Ryan sense. I'm trying to get you out of here again. And the 1 second I leave you, man, you like fucking die. And then you charge back in when you're low health. Look, you're tanking the whole fucking team right here, effectively. Um, right now, you need to be worrying about natural cover. You're not supposed to be worrying about um like diving in. Like you dive in, like you get pinned, and then you pin back into their whole fucking team. Honestly, that was already kind of the fucking break. And then right here, you go back forward, even though you're still fucking low health. Like I use my ult to fucking get you out, and then you just go back in. I remember you at this point asking like, "Hey, where are my healers?" I mean, I'm like fucking struggling to keep up with you because you're fucking pinning. You got pinned and then you pinned someone else. Um, no, you know, we can only heal you so fast and keep up with you so much, and you especially when you're in the middle of the entire team. So that was just kind of way too aggressive for as gameplay as Ryan. Ooh, I kind of accidentally boop, and I kind of fuck up right there. Oh no, the googly eye dragons or wolves. And then you ult, and then you overcommit to your ult right here. So like, watch, watch, watch. So Mercy's ulting, so she's Vivian's ulting, so she kind of busts us out of this. We get boop back. You have charge. Charge, charge, charge. What are you doing? You target the Mei. So you don't use your pin, and so that wasn't like a terrible play. Um, that wasn't terrible. Like you hold back their team. Well, we try to take out their Ryan. Like that's okay. That was a that was a really good Hanzo ult. Um, especially having it kind of secret behind the Mei wall. So your kind of problem there is you didn't confirm a kill. You know, it wasn't necessarily a bad play there for Brian. I'm not gonna lie. Um, but me and Vivian are kind of just left over with all the fucking half of the team there, and I got wrecked. Echo died by the fucking ult. You died. Somehow Roadhog fucking died. Just everyone just fucking drops. So like your ult had good like kind of positioning, but just both the execution and the timing just didn't work out very well. Okay, so right here I hold it for a good while. Um, if I remember correctly, I'm not completely sure on this. Let's see. You got a pin on the Mei. That's really good. That's good value. When when you're on this point, unless you know there's like some big ability coming, you don't need to be holding shield. I want you to be fucking swinging. You have a really bad habit of doing this. Um, when they ult, you start swinging. That's when you should put your shield up. Because we're not gonna fucking kill anything right now. I don't see you using Fire Strike. That's a really invaluable tool. Yeah, you use it, but you miss. That's 100 damage. That's like half the health of most squishies. Do you get pinned here? I'm gonna be mad if you get pinned. Oh, that hog fucking saved you. I get punished by Ryan. Then Moira comes in to kill me. You get punished by Ryan. I ult. Save your ass right here. You have pin. This would have been an amazing pin right there. Such a good pin opportunity. You cannot forget about your abilities mid-fight. Good. Oh, it would have been a... I'm not sure if you hit anything on that. Sorry, now the people you need to go for. So you lost your opportunity to kill Ryan. You need to go for the healers now. You gotta kind of pick your targets during these big team fights. Um,
不许走！
I think maybe you want revenge too eagerly, and you kind of get blindsided. I'm trying to heal up, so I kind of get off the point for a bit. And I don't get back on it. Why don't I get back on it? I'm a coward. Yeah, I kind of fuck up there. That's my bad right there. I might have been able to hold it for a bit longer. Anyway. Um, so, your Ryan gameplay wasn't terrible. And it wasn't good either. You get way too, um, I don't know. I think your one of your main problems as tank is you don't use natural cover. You feel too burdened, and I did this a lot at some point, and this is kind of when I started changing my skill level as a tank. You don't use natural cover enough because you probably feel burdened by your team to always be tanking, and that's not always the tank's job. Um, at some point, you need to recover your abilities, your resources. Um, you could sacrifice a little bit of ground. Your teammates, you gotta trust that your teammates are smart enough not to go out when your tanks are recovering. And if they are, that they're just poking and they're not engaging without you. You gotta have that kind of faith in them. So you seem to kind of go to these really extremes as tank. You seem to go from being kind of way in the back to just kind of being out in the open for too long. So you need to learn that granularity to play tank better. And I think Sigma has this kind of gameplay naturally, where he's probably one of the most flexible tanks because he has, he has two really good getaway options. His shield, or honestly, all his abilities can be used as getaways. You got rock to stun people. You got, gravity ball to protect you, and you have shield. And they all don't really sacrifice your mobility that much, except for rock. And then with ricochet, you have the ability to kite. Retreat and attack at the same time. So Sigma has this really, ranged flexibility, which I think you probably find most appealing about him. Because with Zarya, I see you struggle deciding between keeping your distance and closing the gap. Right here, this point right here was a really key example of how you felt you could see the struggle in your positioning. So I think that's probably why you prefer your Sigma. Kind of actually fits your gameplay style. So let's see how you kind of play Sigma here. Now the problem with the caveat, the kind of getcha for Sigma is that you need to be able to punish people. You need to be able to hit them. You need to be able to confirm kills with Sigma. That's his. He does so much damage. Yeah, and like he like Sigma likes targeting squishies. Um, okay, you're not looking left. I don't like this. There's people here on the left, squishies on the left that want to be punished by you, and you're not punishing them. You're kind of going for the hard hits where that are going to be healed right away. Um, you don't win a Sigma by killing the tanks. You win a Sigma by going for the squishies. You have the flexibility to angle your shots, and you have the flexibility to hit. You know, you have mobility flexibility. You could reposition yourself pretty nicely. Um, you could bounce your shots. You have range. You have more flexibility than the other tank. Um, Sigma wins by going for squishies, and sometimes you have to put pressure on the main tank, sure. But when the main tank isn't pressuring you, you don't need to take them on. Um, that Ryan is taking very little pressure right now, and you're kind of focusing him with little success. Um, Not only are you missing your shots, even if you did hit him, it wouldn't be doing much threat to him. Um, you're not using your shield. If your shield is full health, you need to put it out. That's kind of just simple ability management with Sigma. And I mentioned this to you actually after our matches that you need to work on your defensive capabilities with Sigma. Uh, Shielding more damage and absorbing more damage. Those are super important. You need to put your shield out. You need to put your shield out. Right there would have been a really good time for Rock. You want to use Rock reactively. It's very few times that you want to use your Rock proactively. I know the urges to use your Rock in an offensive manner. But that's only a cleanup. You do not use Rock during a full engagement because there's so many getaway options from their teammates. That's an okay Rock. It's not good. Because look, Ryan comes and backs him up, and it gets healed right away. So that was not a good Rock. You can get away from... Who boops you? The Lucio? You get a kind of lucky getaway there. Good. That's okay. There you go. Focus on Lucio. Kill that fucking Lucio. Go for him. There's no enemies that could stun you except for Mei. So for long as Mei's not like directly next to you, then you have free reign to go and shoot your targets in the air. If you have difficulty shooting them in the air, you should be able to hit them twice when you ult. One in the air, one on the ground. And if you don't feel comfortable getting both shots off, just aim for the ground target. Just aim for when they go on the ground. That's totally fine. You need to throw your shield out. What are you doing? What are you doing?
No one can hide from my sight.
See, so this is kind of the problem with Sigma. If you're not landing shots, people don't feel threatened, and they're just gonna disrespect you like that. Like, see how you keep landing shots periodically on the Lucio, but then you just let him get away. Like, you need to either like pursue your target or stun them and kill them. You're using your Rock as a very ranged tool when it's very rarely that. You usually use it like try to hit someone low health, try to hit someone that's kind of out of position, and hard punish. Like kind of like that. That was okay. That was good. Very rarely do I put my shield out so far. It becomes so much less effective when you have a far shield. So Lucio's a hard target for Sigma. I'm not gonna lie. That's why even though right here the Lucio is like the one that we should be targeting. Like I'm not necessarily upset with you for missing your shots against Lucio. This is honestly the Hog's job. Um, you can rock him for sure, but it's still more the Hog's job and the DPS's job to pop this Lucio. Um, you keep putting your shield out way too far. Like you don't need to put your shield out that far. It's not. It's very easy for your enemy to remaneuver. So putting your shield out so far is definitely not useful. And see, it gets just up there in the air, like not doing anything. So that's actually one of my main Sigma advices for you. Don't put your shield so far. Good, really good. Again, think of what you're doing. Think of your target. Shooting for Ryan isn't going to win the fight right now. You want to go for someone more breakable. The D.Va, one of the DPS. D.Va is a really good target for Sigma because she's big and she doesn't have any like good defenses against your attacks. Alt, 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 alt. Ah. Uh. Ugh. Nah, you missed your window. So this is kind of the problem, like I said, with Sigma. It's like, it's kind of in basketball, kind of like in basketball where, you know, the defensive team prefers that you take jump shots. Oh shit. So like, how can I say this? Like, jump shots, yeah, in basketball, like they you know, they're less accurate than a slam dunk, obviously, right? Um, so the enemy team typically prefers that you kind of, you know, shoot for those. Um, but at the same time, you don't have to. I don't know. Like it's kind of hard to for me to explain because I kind of haven't followed basketball in a long time. Um, in other words, it's either really effective or really ineffective. It's kind of the same thing with Sigma, where if your accuracy isn't there, your value of the character really takes a dunk. Um, oh, I actually hope this is for a bit with Lucio here. And I just end up getting booped off and I can't hold it. Um, so yeah, lots of kind of notes on this one. Zarya, you need more natural cover and you need to build up your ults, your bubble charge early, like early. Um, so natural cover and bubble charge. For Rhine, honestly, again, natural cover. And don't be afraid to use your charge during the engagement. I was kind of talking to my brother about this, where charging with God, what was that? Charging with Ryan to start the engagement is very risky. At these early ranks, it's not till you get to the later ranks where it becomes more of a viable option because you could trust your teammates to be with you and ready to kind of go 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 offensive at a moment's notice. Um, what else? What else? What else? And then as your Sigma gameplay, you need to use your shield better. Um, if it's at 700, you shouldn't be holding it. Um, don't throw it out so far because then you lose. You may kind of shut down like one character maybe for a little bit. Um, like say, come on, there it is. When you put the shield right here to block the Hanzo, it takes 3 seconds, 2 seconds. It's like three, not even three, but it's like 3 seconds to move around. Um, it takes you so much longer. You leave your shield up here in case he comes back, and even if you were to retract it right away, um, like you don't get much value from doing this unless it's like a really high value position that you're kind of blocking here, like Bastion maybe getting pocketed. Like if they're investing resources up here, then it starts to become a little more viable. But generally speaking, it's just so much more valuable to put your shield closer to yourself. Um, what else? Um, I know your gravity ball usage wasn't that effective in this match. Um, um, that one's just kind of hard. Honestly, that one's trial and error where you kind of get the feel for the flow of the battle. Um, the more pressure you put on the enemy team and the more you kind of like become an aggressive front line, the more value you end up getting out of the ball because they're targeting you more and yeah, they're targeting you more. What else? What else? What else? What else? Your rock usage was just really bad. Um, you get it this you get it the one time when the Ryan's out of position. That was good, but he was already gonna be dead, honestly. So you didn't get much value out of your rock, even though it was a good hit. So like I'm gonna kind of like fast forward this entire kind of half right here, this entire kind of offense, and see your rock usage and kind of just really point it out. Positioning is another monster, but I want to focus on your abilities because I think that's where Sigma kind of shines. Um, rock, no good. That's one. Rock. No good. Even if it hit someone, there was no punishment ready to hit this guy. Um, like that was pretty useless. As widows, like being an idiot right here. Anyway, let's continue. Rock, no good. Rock. This is the one decent rock. Okay, well, so your fourth rock, you finally hit someone. Um, but again, it's at a distance, so you hardly get any punishment on that rock. So, yeah, again, no good. Even if it's a hit, it's still no good. And that Lucio saves your butt. Rock. You do get a hit. Well, you get splash damage, but it's pretty much nothing. Lucio just heals it up like right away. And Moira. So that was another bad rock. It was an okay idea, but it was still a bad rock. This ult is okay. But we didn't have half our team. So it was actually bad. Positioning, it's okay. But positioning is only half the battle for Sigma's ult. For any tank's ult. They're so team oriented. Every single tank ults, except maybe Divas and Sigma and Hammonds maybe. Those are probably like the least team oriented. But even then, Zarya, Ryan, Sigma, Orisa, all four of those guys have super team oriented ults. So you have to be paying attention to where your team is. And the flow of the battle. The flow of the battle. I think honestly Sigma is one of the easiest characters to be able to check on the flow of the battle. I think Zarya is honestly the second, just because how she should be playing is taking cover pretty frequently. So yeah, like I think Ryan is probably one of the harder ones to tell the flow of the battle, but he has that little third person thing, which helps definitely helps him out. But Sigma is he keeps his distance. He should be really easy to be able to tell if your team is with you. So anyway, let's continue. Okay, waiting for your rock. Oh, just a wasted rock right there. Maybe you thought Mei was behind in that direction, but either way. I would have put shield out instead of throwing rock, because rock's only going to stun them for a little bit. Shield's going to be a much more viable option. Continuing. Rock. Useless. See, you switch targets way too easy with Sigma, dude. You go from... Oh, shit. Fuck. It's a little bit backwards. Oh, okay. I know where we're at. Let me just fast forward to where we were. That's the Mei altered here. Your ult and then the Mei ult, I guess. There it is. Okay. So right here, you hit Lucio, you almost hit Lucio, you miss your rock. Okay. Right here, you go from hitting Lucio to hitting Diva to hitting Ryan. Just that scattering damage like that is not gonna win Sigma. Where's your shield right now? You need to withdraw. If you go past your shield, typically you need to withdraw it. I'm so mad that none of our teammate... I can't kill Lucio as Lucio. It's really, 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 really difficult. Like, I'm so mad that their Lucio just kind of gets away with this right here without any punishment. I'm okay with it for a little bit, but it lasts so long that this Lucio is able to hold the point, and it really annoys me. Anyway. Back to your rock criticism. So you got the rock right here, which is okay. But he dies. Um, so like, just the regular shot would have done the same thing, honestly. So that's one non-bad rock out of all the rocks you've thrown so far on this half. Um, See, you also give up on Hanzo. You have a lot of range as Sigma, and I don't like that you're not pursuing Hanzo right now. Instead, you're kind of just looking around. Um, I'm happy you hit Lucio right there, but I don't like that you didn't pursue Hanzo. You kind of just lost for a little bit right here and that's a positioning problem, and I don't like that, but I'm not gonna address that much here. Let's see, where's your next rock? Rock. Complete miss. See right there, you're starting to contest Hanzo, but at the wrong time, when there's people right smack in front of you. That Ryan could have easily punished you. You messed up your rock. Again. I should have been counting how many rocks there were, but you messed up your rock again. That was a failed rock. Oh, sorry. I didn't catch if that rock was successful or not. Oh, you do hit the diva. Not on purpose, though. That was a good rock, but it was totally accidental.
Taking off. Nerf this.
Barrier is unstable. Activating the barrier. No one can hide. Barrier is unstable.
Okay, that was a good rock, but the follow-up was really bad.
Barrier is unstable.
This Lucio right here makes a bad mistake of pursuing you. Oh, you get booped. Damn. That was a good rock though, so I'll give you that. That was good.
No longer exists.
Let's check that rock out. I think I'm a geologist here.
Barrier no longer exists.
Oh, Ren blocks it. Bad rock. Even if Ren didn't block it and Mei didn't, that would have been an okay rock if nothing blocked it. Like, this is really, like I mentioned in the beginning, this team has really good sustainability between Lucio, Ryan, and Mei. They have just good sustainability right here when we're trying to bring the fight to them, or when we're forced to contest, when we're contesting the payload and they're contesting the payload at the same time. We needed to win this as a range battle, and we weren't able to do that because, partially because you're not landing any of your rocks. The other part might be our DPS, I don't know, or our secondary tank, like the rest of the team. They're kind of unknown factors because I haven't really been watching them. But I haven't seen Hog really land any hooks. I haven't seen like Echo do any good ults. I haven't seen any significant ults by our teammates. So it's not 100% you. I'm not gonna lie, but you are definitely partially to blame for this loss. That's an okay gravity ball right there. It's a panic gravity ball, but honestly, I probably would have done the same thing. So that's fine. Sometimes you have a gut feeling that you're gonna start taking a shit ton of damage, and you use your ability to protect yourself. That's okay sometimes. Hmm. Oh God, look at. Oh no, I missed it. Ah, my Lucio was just like totally cross-eyed right there, and it was funny. Oh, I want to see if I can get it again. Ah, he didn't do it. That was so funny. Um, okay, it's overtime, and I understand your kind of pressure to hold the point. Um,
Barrier is about to break.
you don't have Rock right now. Rock is like perfect right here. Close range, able to punish someone. Um, yeah, you go in low resources and you just kind of get wrecked. That's kind of bad on your fault. Like I really do understand your pressure to hold the point right now. I really do, but sometimes you just gotta read the room or you gotta take cover because it's gonna take longer for you to respawn and come back in and help. You're better kiting them away and alleviating me on the point, even if it means you dying. At least you kind of get some value out of yourself. Either you poke at a distance and you get damage in, or you kite them away, which they're actually likely to do at this rank. They're stupid. They wanna pursue you. Um, those are the two ways you could have got more value out of yourself. Especially if I'm on point, like you could trust me. I mean, come on. Anyway, and this Widow, man, I really wish you could see stats in replays, because like I really want to see how much damage these fuckers did. Um. So anyway, yeah, you had, what was it? One or two good rock, one accidentally good rock, one actually good rock that the Lucio just countered, and the rest of your rocks were honestly kind of trash. Um. So yeah, definitely work on your rock as well. So for Sigma, work on your shielding and work on your rock. Those are your two main homeworks for now. Positioning. Don't get me wrong. Positioning is really important with Sigma and targeting. Um, who you go after, but I feel if you get good with your abilities, that's, I don't know. I don't know. Like it's easier for me to it's easy to point out how you're using your abilities wrong, and it's a lot harder to teach positioning um, if you don't have the right arsenal to kind of enforce that position, you know? So that's kind of what I kind of want to teach you, both mechanically and just kind of game sense wise, how you should be using your abilities, and then you could like effectively go into your the gameplay and use those kind of skills. Um, but yeah, that's kind of those are kind of my tips on Sigma. Um, I was gonna kind of show more of my Lucio gameplay, but I kind of just I'm not able to because we're never really able to hold the point for multiple reasons. So yeah, let's kind of end it there. Hopefully this video helps you out, and yeah, I'll end it there. Catch you all later. Peace.